That is just one of my pie crusts. Next, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter and just place that right onto the center of our pie crust and go ahead and spread it all around, edge to edge. This is going to be such an easy little pastry, dessert, or breakfast that you guys can use. Might remind you of something from like your childhood. I know I loved. We're going to take half a cup of brown sugar just right into the center, along with 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Get that just right on in the center. Don't need to be any kind of specific about it. And 2 tablespoons of flour as well. Just right on. Now all I'm gonna do is come out with my fork and we're just gonna kind of break that dark brown sugar up and mix it all in with that butter, the flour, and the cinnamon to create this delicious filling. It's perfect. Kids are gonna love this. You're gonna love how easy it is. Nice and mixed up in there. All we're gonna do is come out with that second sheet of dough. And we are just gonna lay that right directly on top. We're gonna take that fork and we are just going to seal up the edges of this little pastry. You can hear my cat Zaddy in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my sheet pan. I've got my silicone liner on here, so I don't need to grease this, but if you don't have one, you might wanna grease your pan. And we are just going to gently transfer this right onto our sheet pan, just like this. This is heading to the oven at 350 for about 20-25 minutes. While that pastry is in the oven and almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and come out with my powdered sugar. We're gonna do half a cup. This is my 1/4 cup measuring cup, so I'm gonna do 2 of those. And then I'm also going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon right on into that powdered sugar. And then we're going to add, starting with about 1 tablespoon of water, just right into the bowl. And we're gonna go ahead and mix this until it's nice and combined. So once you've got this nice kind of glaze going, we're gonna go ahead and set this aside and bring out our pastry. All right, this is out of the oven. I let it cool down for about an hour and let's finish it. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lift this up. Ooh, it's cool enough that I can actually just grab it. Beautiful. And we're gonna place this right onto our serving board. Now it's time to bring out that icing that we made, and we are just going to coat the entire top of this pastry with this icing. Ooh, it's gonna be so good and so delicious. Get all of that right on out of the bowl and then just kind of spread it all around, getting kind of edge to edge. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you definitely want to try to spread it out so there's not any puddles of that icing anywhere. Beautiful, just like this. This already is smelling so good and so delicious. If you haven't guessed it yet, we're basically making a giant Pop-Tart. Oh no, we kind of crushed the crust on that, so be careful doing that at home. It's gonna taste the same, so it's still gonna be delicious, but so use like a pizza cutter and we're gonna cut it kind of like a pizza would. Now all we have to do is give it a try. Look at all of this delicious filling. All right, cheers. Really flaky crust, delicious, buttery, and that inside, so good. Definitely give this a try.